Welcome to Tiger Talks Wrestling. This is your host, Tony. And just to let you know, to inform you, my co-host, Martini Charles Harrelson III, is back from vacation, but he will not be joining us tonight.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I cannot stand him at all. Thank God. Thank you. You're a smart man, Tony. You're a smart man.
And of course, the partial reason for him not being here is for my guest tonight, Hellhound, Zach Romig. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tony. It is an honor to be here, brother. I cannot wait for this.
Thank you for joining. I can't wait for see how this goes as well. Let's start out with how did you originally start in backyard wrestling? What got you involved?
The way that I started out in BYW is I was hanging out with this girl that I had a crush on at the time, and her sister's boyfriend, who is Striker, by the way, and we were hanging out at the mall, and he introduced me. He's like, "Hey, I have this show, and if you're interested, you could come down and, check everything out." I'm like, all right, sure. So, we were talking over the weeks, and that show ended up being KWA or ECW. And after a few weeks, we were talking. I got there, and I worked my first ever match.
All right, which we'll get into that just a little bit here in a moment. Did you ever watch backyard wrestling before you got involved in it?
I haven't watched religiously, not like I do now. Sometimes, like, I'd watch casually. I'd watch different promotions. Not like I don't remember any because it was like those. It was like a one show, move on to the next thing. I wasn't really too into BYW until I was told that.
Gotcha. Well, for most of the guys, then pro wrestling or WWE, for that matter, if nothing else, is part of the reason that they decided they wanted to get involved in backyard wrestling. Would you say it played a little factor in your decision?
A little, yes, but majorly no. The reason I got into it was just to do it for fun and just to hang out with a bunch of great people. And right now I could say that that's definitely going ahead.
Right. Agree with that. So let's go right into your debut match that you had for KWA, which was ECW at the time. You had a match with Bryce Van Pelt, who was known as the Psycho Clown at that point.
Yeah, Bryce Van Pelt, aka Victor Van Pelt.
Yep.
At the time, he was the Psycho Clown, and I believe that's what he was running with for years. And I wasn't his last ever opponent, but I was one of them. This is like when he was already getting ready to change gimmicks.
Yeah.
And Bryce, great guy. He said, "Hey man, I want you to work a match with me, and I'll put you over." And that was like, whoa, this is great, because I was watching a bit of ECW. When Strike and I were talking, I was watching it, and he was the champ. Like, he was the big guy, the main eventer, yeah.
Right.
And for him to put me over in my debut match, which wasn't the greatest, I will admit. Sorry, Victor. But, then again, now there was many debut matches in entirety of wrestling, like,
True. It is true. I will say one of the things that stood out the most to me was actually the finish of the match, where you hit that sliced bread. That move I have seen you use even since then quite often. You do it very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then, of course, after the match was over, you did take quite a beating from Bryce and Phoenix.
Yeah. Fun fact, when he gave me that razor's edge, I didn't tuck my chin.
Whoops.
It's like my first day, so
Right.
I didn't completely know everything. I knew to tuck my chin, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
I don't know, it must have slipped or something.
Right.
And I didn't tuck it, and I smacked my head off the mat, and as you saw, I rolled out pretty quickly.
Yeah, you did.
And, I just went to the back to protect my head. And yeah.
I will say you did pretty good job of selling most of Victor's, Bryce then known as, moves in that match though too. So might not have been the greatest match, but it was.
No, definitely not. But thank you, thank you.
Yep. From there, we would go on to see that you would be part of the ECW versus BEW crossover event.
Yes.
You'd have a match with RJ Carnage actually from DBW at that show.
Yeah, I did work RJ Carnage, who was working both DBW and ECW. And again, I'm pretty sure that was my second match, so
yeah.
I didn't know, like, honestly, from, like I said, not watching that much BYW at the time, I didn't know Cameron Jackson or Nabon McDonald or the NGW boys even.
Right.
Like, I was only told about Jordan Oliver until Victor said that he was on GTS before.
Gotcha. Yep.
But yeah, no. After that point, I started watching a lot more BYW, obviously, and yeah, working RJ Carnage. He's a fun guy. He's a quick worker, which is good because that's kind of my style. I'm kind of quick in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fun guy to work with, and I definitely work with the kid again. Definitely.
Yeah, we've seen you work with him a little bit since then, which we'll get into one of those here in a little bit. But after the match, you actually got attacked by the person that was a referee in that match.
Dabbing Jay Jacobs. Yeah, he dabbed on my ass, guys. Whoops, I'm sorry. He dabbed on me. Oh god, that's some Jake Paul shit right there. He dabbed.
Yeah, but he did get taken out by RJ as well, so.
Yeah, that's RJ. Good guy. Good guy.
So the next time we'd pretty much see you was actually at what was called Victor Van Pelt's, pretty much, second birthday party. Bryce, Victor.
Yeah. Bryce Van Pelt's second annual birthday bash was what I believe the show was called.
Yes, it was. And in the start of the show, you were actually part of an over-the-top rope battle royal.
Yes, I was.
And you actually won that battle royal to become the first ever, I believe, YouTube champion.
Yes, the first ever YouTube champion. The belt wasn't revealed to anyone until that day. It wasn't put on camera, but we haven't seen the belt until that show. And I was told that I was gonna win, and I was, like, this is my third month in, I believe. This was a December show that we recorded.
Yes,
and I was really happy, 3 months in, I'm winning the belt, I'm getting everything, I'm doing this, I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
And I was super happy, I was like, hey, I think this could kick off for me. I think I'm doing good here. And, after becoming the first ever YouTube champion, a bunch of great stuff has happened for me. And
including on that same night after you had won the title, Johnny Reed would actually come back out and claim that he had a right for a championship match on the spot.
Well, yeah, that's Johnny Reed. He's the Murder Club. Ooh, Johnny Reed. He came out with Yankee.
Yes.
Yankee! And, Johnny, him and I, we had this thing going back and forth for a little while. But Johnny Reed, definitely great guy, definitely a really good talent. I have nothing but respect for the man. Fun fact, he just worked his first ever indie show, so congratulations to you, Johnny. You deserve it, man. But if you ever step my way, well, you know what's gonna happen.
That'd be fun to see again, I'm sure. It was a good match that you guys had after that battle royal, which obviously ended in a disqualification when Yankee introduced the bat and Johnny used it.
Yeah.
We would see you hold that title for a brief spell, including a non-title match that you had against the then ECW champion Phoenix.
Yeah, definitely. That was the first time I've ever worked him, and I truly, till this day, hold that match to be one of my favorites. I love working Phoenix. He's honestly one of the best guys to work with. he was, in my opinion, at the peak of his career. He still is. He hasn't dropped it, which is incredible because it's almost been a year. But yeah, no. When he came out with the whole Viking stick, he's like, "Oh, champion versus champion. You don't have to do your open challenge. You got this. You and I, you and me. Let's go right here, right now." And the match was made.
It was a very good match indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, which Phoenix won, but
yeah, he did win that. But you know, that I don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
He gave you a lot of respect after the match too. So.
He did. We had like a Stone Cold Steve Austin moment.
That you did.
Yeah, we did.
Quite interesting. The next time we'd actually see you defend that YouTube title, though, was in a triple threat match at Hardcore Xmas. And you defeated Blaze from DBW and Dabbing J. Rollins in that match.
Yeah. Dabbing J. Rollins and the Blaze, you know, Dabbing J. Rollins, he's a good guy. He does need to improve a little, but I think he's getting there. He is definitely improving a lot. Same with the Blaze. The Blaze, one of the most over guys in DBW. It was just announced on a match card lineup on YouTube that I would be facing him again with Damon Scar at DBW's Danger Zone in a triple threat falls count anywhere. Sorry to like steal a bit of your shine there, man. I just had to, you know, get the cheap plug in.
No problem at all there.
But yeah, Blaze being one of the fan favorites, myself also being one of the fan favorites. It was the first time I've ever hit a swanton. That's the highlight of that match for myself. Yeah, no, I definitely work with those guys again. Besides Blaze, I don't like the kid. I gotta beat him up, and I don't have an issue with that. I like beating up 11-year-old boys.
Shame. But anyways, after that we would see/not see. I didn't catch it myself, anyways, but would drop the YouTube title to Dilvon Satan.
Yeah, Dilvon Satan. Him and I, we still got our feud going on. I don't like the guy at all. He's a bitch. Fuck that guy.
Pretty much the main feud that you've had, I would say, in ECW/KWA, from what I have seen. You guys have had a few matches against each other, which most of the time, you're not going to like it, but it's the facts. Bill has gotten the victory over you.
No. Just stop. Stop it. Nuh-uh. Nope. You know what? No. Nope. Nope. We're not doing this. Nope, I'm done. Nope, we're done. Like, you can talk to me later, man. We're not doing this. Nope. We're see ya, man. See ya.
Wait.
Baby, I'm coming back. Don't keep this in.
Alright. Would allow me to continue there.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Nah, you're good. There was some shady stuff that went down in every match.
Oh, you're still recording? Oh, shit. All right. Fuck. Yeah, there was some shady stuff. Dilvon Satan, you know. Well, it depends on what match we were talking about. He, the one where I lost the belt, he threw the bag of Satan in there.
And hit a low blow.
Yeah. Fun fact. Wait, was that? No, that wasn't that match. There was something in the bag. I can tell you that much.
Something in it?
It felt, I'm pretty sure. All right, don't tell anyone this, but I'm pretty sure there was some weed in there. Some marijuana. You know, but there maybe. The devil's lettuce, you know, I talked to the guy personally. He doesn't like people stealing his cannabis. I mean lettuce,
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever.
Gotcha. The next time you two would face in a singles match, actually, he had help from Happy to beat you in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, you did. Happy gave me a stiff chair shot to the back of the head after I attempted a Canadian Destroyer. But, like, I was going to get it, too, you know. I had the jump ready. I did the first jump, and then, like, bam, back to the head.
Right. Yeah. So we've seen a little bit between you two since then, but not much. We would see you beat a debuting, or just about debuting. I guess it was his second match, I think. No, it was his first. A Bone Daddy Diggs.
Bone Daddy Diggs. You know that guy's got some weird voodoo shit. I'm gonna be honest.
So it appears.
I don't know what it was. He had me doing some weird dance. I haven't seen a match. You know, I'm lying. I've actually just seen it yesterday, and he had me doing some weird shit. I don't know. I guess I did a spinner Rooney. And then, like, he nailed me with a clothesline, and I just, like, became conscious on the ground. I was like, oh, shit, what happened? It was like some real bad drug trip, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't wrestle that guy. Bone Daddy Diggs is not a good guy to wrestle. I hate that guy. Well, no, don't get me wrong. I love the guy, but, like, I hate the stuff that he did to me.
Right. He would eventually become the YouTube champion. So.
Yeah, he would. Thankfully, not for me.
Right. No, not for you.
Fun fact, he became... I'm sorry. Fun fact, he became the ECW champion, too. For like 3 seconds. 3 seconds, he was the ECW champion. Yeah, there goes the prestige in that belt. All right.
In an episode that actually was called Bone Daddy Champion, with a question mark behind it, you did lose to Gas Chamber.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever wrestled Gas Chamber, and he's a good guy to wrestle, but he is a very weird guy too, you know. Right. He was doing his weird poem stuff, but Gas Chamber and I believe he wrestled a really good match. Mm-hmm. Lots of stuff. We built up towards this ladder thing, you know.
Yeah. You had a brief team, I guess I'd call it, with Stryker there for a while too.
Yeah, we did.
Long, but...
No, it didn't.
We actually seen you end up getting a championship match against Victor Van Pelt, where Stryker would actually turn on you and join up with Victor Van Pelt in another team that was very short-lived.
Yeah, another very short-lived team. I don't know what's going on with those guys right now, but I think they're like hashing it out somewhere. Beats me. But yeah, Stryker and I. It was a team with Stryker, myself, and Paul Peterson called the Pack. You didn't obviously see much of Paul. No. First ever Proving Grounds champion. He's concussed right now, unfortunately. I hope Paul does make a speedy recovery. Yeah, hope Paul makes a speedy recovery. You know, don't know what's gonna go on with him. Right. But yeah, Paul, myself, and Stryker. You know, Paul was the talker. Stryker was the machine built behind it, and that was the guy trying to make sure they weren't being proper dicks. I was the glue that essentially hold the piece together.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
So from there, pretty much the last time we'd see you in ECW/KWA was in that Money in the Bank elimination match.
Yes.
Battlefest.
Yes. Battlefest. I remember that show. Right. That's where I got my first ever pinfall on Dale Von Satan.
That you did to win the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yes, I still have that briefcase on me somewhere. I don't know where it is right now, but I'm waiting for the KWA season to open back up. So Wait, what?
Is it actually going to, though, is the next question.
Ooh, who knows, man. Right now, times are tough. What happened was someone took the ropes to the wrestling ring that is at KWA.
That I heard.
Yes, and that's not a good thing. Whoever stole the ropes is a scummy piece of shit, and I definitely do not have an issue with sending them straight to hell.
Little plug there? Huh.
No, that was intentional. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. So that was, like I said, pretty much the last we've seen of you in KWA. Let's touch briefly on your appearances in DBW, which hasn't been that many that have aired yet. But we did see you at Total Domination a couple months back. Against Triple C, as he went by on that show.
Yeah, Triple C, which is the alter ego of the Blaze. So that's some like Nevin. He's Nevin now. Book it. All right. But he went up by as a triple C for my match with him, and I beat him wearing some pretty fashionable CM Punk gear, if you ask me. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
It was pretty interesting gear, that's for sure. And
yeah.
You beat him with just about a CM Punk move there as well.
A modified GTS, honestly, that show to me. Yeah, that show to me was a homage to Punk himself. You know, Punk is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. One of, not like the, but one of. So, you know, I did always want to tribute some point, like something to Punk, whether I work a match in his gear or whatever.
Right.
And I did, and it was a good moment for me.
Yeah. Now, the only other time that I caught that you were down in DBW that has aired was at Blaze of Glory in that triple threat match that we briefly mentioned earlier against RJ Carnage and the Blaze.
Yeah, no, that was my opinion, the best match of DBW 2017. First time ever a Canadian destroyer. Third most viewed match. Right. A Spanish fly somewhere in that point, I believe. I'm not sure.
It was, some people would probably say, a spot fest in that match, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It could be a good thing if it's done properly, and I feel like we did do it properly.
Yes, I would agree. At the end of that match, we seen a coup de grace from the Blaze, and then RJ Carnage would hit I believe it was a moonsault.
Yeah.
And it looked like RJ would actually pick up the win, but he gave it to the Blaze by throwing the Blaze on top of you to get the 1, 2, 3.
He decided to give it to the Blaze. I don't know why, but I believe, I don't know, you might have to ask RJ himself. Him and RJ, Blaze and RJ Carnage used to be in a tag team together. I believe they're the future industry. Okay. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if the feeling set in for RJ to give the younger guy the shot, but that's what happened. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Talk to him. That's a him thing that I would have never done that. I would have that kid would have been crazy to think I would have ever helped him out. But,
right. Yeah,
no, I ain't. Yeah, no, I ain't that stupid. I would have won that myself, clean, obviously.
Right. Before I move on to the next company, is there anything else that you want to say about either KWA or DBW?
KWA. I don't know if the door's ever going to open again, but, you know, I loved working there while the time lasted. I hope, keep prayers that the doors will open again for KWA. And DBW, I always love working there. You're going to see a lot of great stuff for myself. Judgment Day, I wrestled Paradox, RJ Carnage, and, you know, myself. There's another triple threat with us three, and it was a very fun triple threat match, in my opinion. You'll see what's going to happen, but it's going to be a really good show, in my opinion.
I know they just within the last half hour or an hour released the first part of that show, so the pre-show and contract signing.
Yeah, it's finally getting released out there. You know, Ricky Colon and KC James.
Yeah, a little preview. That match happened, and they're going to have a rematch here at the next event in a tables match.
Yes. That's going to be a very good match, in my opinion. I can't wait to see it. You know, both guys, great guys. Lots of things to come out of them, definitely.
Right. Anything else that you want to say about DBW before I move on to the...
Yeah. For my upcoming match with the Blaze and Damon Scar.
Okay.
I don't care who you are, Damon. I don't care who you are, Blaze. You might be the boss's son, but I'm your boss's favorite guy. And Damon Scar, listen, Chester, all right? We all know how this is going to end. You're going to kill yourself, obviously. We all know this. Just look at you. You're nothing but a Jimmy Havoc wannabe. The Blaze can't be his own thing. Let's see. Damon Scar can't be his own thing. None of them are going to be their own thing, and it's a shame. It's shame when I am the most developed character, but at the same time, I'm also the newest. You know, some people might say I'm the worst out of the three, but if I'm the worst, then explain to me why I made it to DBW, why I was on KWA, why I'm in Proving Grounds, why I'm in all these big companies, all these big names, and I'm only getting bigger. But I happen to be the worst. While none of them were ever there besides the Blaze, but you know, that's because, hey, Judgment was there, so you know, he had to bring his son, obviously. Right. That's the only reason he got booked, honest to God. Gotcha. And for both of you boys, come Danger Zone, come September 30th, Danger Zone, be there. I have no issue with sending both of you straight to hell.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I spam off like that. I'm sorry. It just happens. It's like a weird drug trip or something, man. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's like some Bone Daddy shit, man. I swear.
I'm sure that match will be a very entertaining match, though. I look forward to seeing it.
Oh yes, yes. I love kicking 11-year-olds' head off. Like it's great. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Any future championship aspirations in DBW?
I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what am I gonna go for?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. The World Heavyweight Championship. The Tag Team Championship with Paradox. Just kidding. I hate that guy. Fuck Paradox. Fuck the Brotherhood. Fuck the Brotherhood. No, we're not even doing this anymore. Fuck the Brotherhood. Fuck them. Sex is shit.
Really? Again?
I'm kidding. Fuck those guys though. But like, we're not. We can't. No. Fuck those guys. I hate them. I hate them all. I hate them. Fuck Mr. Judgment. Fuck the Blaze. Fuck everyone. Fuck those guys.
Gotcha.
Fucking sex is shit. I'll curse them out. I don't care.
So let me just get one opinion from you when it comes to DBW before I move on. Since we know that they're coming, what's your opinions of the Murder Club coming to DBW?
I absolutely love it. I love it. The Murder Club technically isn't even coming. Victor Van Pelt and KC James are both members of the Murder Club, so technically they've been there the whole time.
Right, but you still got the two biggest names.
Oh yes, you got the 2 out of the 5 founding fathers of the Murder Club.
In the form of Yankee the Difference Maker and Rick Rios, who will be in a tag team match against, I believe it was Gas Chamber and Stryker.
Yeah. A false count anywhere.
Yes.
God, might as well name the show False Count Anywhere, right?
Right.
Gimmick matches, brother. Yeah. Put that shit over. No, but I can't wait to see him. I think it's gonna be great seeing Yankee and Rick Rios work together in a team against Chamber and Stryker. It's going to be a phenomenal match, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
I know. If they keep going to DBW, I have a feeling it won't be long before we see Yankee and Rick Rios as the DBW Tag Team Champions.
Oh no, definitely. I could so see that happening really quick.
And of course, Victor Van Pelt, as we mentioned, has a big match coming up at Danger Zone as well. He faces Mr. Judgment in a career versus soul match.
I don't like either of those guys. I don't.
Right.
I mean, I could beat Mr. Judgment. I could beat Victor Van Pelt. I did beat Victor Van Pelt.
So you have a couple times from what I've seen. So.
A few times, yes. Yeah. Yes, I've never lost against him.
Yeah, you're technically right, because that title match did end in a no contest.
Yes, that did end in no contest. I've never lost to him. Yeah, no. I don't care about that match.
Okay. Then we'll move on to the next topic. That being, as you mentioned here, part of the Proving Ground.
Yes.
And at the very first episode of Proving Ground, you actually had a match against El Diablo in what many people, including myself, are calling a show stealer of that first episode.
Honestly, we were trying to get the show out there, trying to make that show as big as possible. And Diablo and I just happened to put on a really good match. Again, like the match I had with Phoenix, this is considered to be one of my favorites.
Right.
Diablo, he's a really chill guy. Whew, I could see why Martini, I could see why he likes hanging out with him. But El Diablo, myself, we had good chemistry. I like to work the guy again. Phenomenal wrestler. Might get a win some point in his life, but
maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Who knows?
From there, we would see in episode 2, you would go one-on-one with former tag team partner Striker.
Yeah. Striker and we did go at it. Striker, he was getting to me, and then TJ Sakara. I don't like that guy either. Okay. He came out and he distracted Striker, which allowed me to get the roll up on him. So I'm technically right now I'm undefeated with those 2 matches.
Yep. And then that would lead into the showcase match, the most recent show that Proving Ground has aired, where you would defeat Clunk.
I didn't know there was a man under that mask, to be honest. I just thought Clunk was its own different person. Really? Now I'm wondering, who is under that Clunk mask? I would never be able to find that out. Honestly, Clunk, hit me up in the DMs, man. Tell me who you are. Because I'm real interested. I could, don't worry, dude. I'm real good with secrets. It's fine, man. You're a good guy. I mean, I beat you up, of course, obviously. I got to do that to a bunch of people. But, you're still a really good guy.
Yeah. And, again, against Clunk, like you did against Diablo, you would win with the sliced bread.
Yes, that sliced bread. It's not the sliced bread, nor the sliced bread number 2. Fun fact, it's the sliced bread number 3 because it's the best thing that came out ever since the sliced bread number 2.
Okay. Fair enough.
But, yeah. No, working Clunk was a very good match. I liked the guy, whoever's under the mask. Clunk is a very good person to work with, He's sitting there, he's whispering in my ear, okay, so come on, we're gonna do this. Oh, shit, I'm exposing the business. All right. Shame, brother! What's a kayfabe? Never heard of it. I don't mean, shit. But yeah, no, Wrestling Clunk, he's a good guy to work with. I love working with him. And, yeah, we got good chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. It looked like you guys had good chemistry in that match. Now, moving forward in Proving Ground, we have seen that there's going to be a lot of new talent coming to Proving Ground.
Yes, there is.
3 names have been released already that will be coming. There's more to come from what I've heard. But those 3 men happen to be former UWE competitors. I want to get your opinions on all 3 of them. Let's start with the underground champion, or former underground champion, whichever way you want to put it, Ustalo.
Send him straight to hell.
Okay. How about the one-man mosh pit, Jason?
Send him straight to hell.
And Revan.
Send him straight to hell. Although I do like the Star Wars thing. That's really cool.
Right. So, do you see yourself stepping in the ring with those 3 guys at some point in time in the near future?
Definitely. First one I want to get off my chest is Ustalo. I just want to take Ustalo. I heard his very heated promo, and, good on him. But, Usti, man, I'm sorry. I want you episode 4. I don't care. I don't care if it's episode 4. I don't care if it's episode 5. I don't care if it's episode 6. I don't care if it's episode 22. I don't care if it's episode 52. I don't care what it is. Ustalo, I want you.
Now, of course, I'm sure there's one other person that you got to have your eye on, and that would be the new Proving Ground champion, Victor Van Pelt.
I want Victor Van Pelt just that much more than Ustalo. Victor, man. Good job. You're the Mr. Diamond of Dallas. Good job. You can cuss Paul Peterson. It's okay. No one cares about Paul. Honestly, I would have sent that guy straight to hell if you didn't do your money shot thing or whatever.
Okay.
But I could tell you that you won't hit me with that money shot. Victor, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't ever lost to you. Never. And if you want to be a man and put that championship up against me, then I will have no issue with accepting that challenge because, Victor, I want that belt. I'm going to be the Proving Grounds champion. Don't matter when, don't matter how. But if it's up against Victor Van Pelt, I'll do it. If it's against Diablo, I see Diablo being the next Proving Grounds champion. But it's okay because I'll beat him because I already did.
Right.
Beat him again. It's fine. If it's Uso even, I don't care who it is.
Fair enough. So what would you say, besides Proving Ground, because that's a little bit of DBW, I suppose. Those are the two shows that we know that you're going to be a part of. What would you say is your future in BYW this year? Do you see yourself crossing over anywhere else?
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, I wanna go and expand my name. I wanna take myself to the BEW promotion. Work in Proving Ground. They're under the same branch, but Proving Ground is its own show. I would love to take part in the BEW promotion. I would love to take part in the BTW promotion. If UWE, if that's still a thing, I would love to be a part of their company too.
Right. So speaking of UWE and VTW, a little off subject, but was going into my next point anyway. King of the Yard. I've heard from you that you actually attended part of the King of the Yard tournament.
I did attend a part of the King of the Yard tournament.
What was your opinions of what you seen, whether it was there or on YouTube afterwards?
Every match, honestly, I gotta give every single guy respect for this. Every match was great. Mr. Judgment and Yankee, as much as I don't really like those guys, they threw on one hell of a match, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did.
One of the best matches in the tournament, I would even go as far as saying.
Right.
Zach Daniels versus Jordan Oliver, I believe that happened.
Yes, it did.
If I'm correct. All right, yes. That was a really good match, It's a good match on paper, and it's an even better match in the ring. Jordan, working through his leg injury, he's working, brother. He's working, but it just didn't happen. And the finals, Cameron Jackson versus AK-47. After Cameron threw on one hell of a match in the semifinals with Yankee, the big Canadian destroyer.
Oh yeah.
Everything, man. It was a really, really good tournament in my opinion, and I do want to congratulate Phoenix for making it onto the show, representing Proving Grounds in KWA.
Right.
Who did he wrestle? He wrestled Zach. Honestly, if Zach didn't roll off Phoenix would right now be your King of the Yard. Honestly, I would definitely place money on that. Not You would have. You would have.
That could have happened, but it didn't.
It could have. It would have.
So you mentioned pretty much your favorite for that. There is rumblings and rumors that there could be a King of the Yard 2 recorded at some point next year. Do you see Hellhound being part of this?
Yes, definitely. Working Proving Grounds, being one of the biggest competitors on there already, I could imagine myself being a part of the King of the Yard 2. I'm trying to expand myself, obviously, and I feel like if I put myself in King of the Yard, I would definitely be able to do that.
I would agree with you on that. Changing subjects now, this event I think would make you an even bigger name if you got to attend next year. But I want to talk about this year's first, that being what VTW has the last 3 years, an amazing show as usual. Best in the Yard 3.
It honestly, for backyard wrestling, it's been a dream of mine to attend Best in the Yard. at least attend it and, just to work it, that'll be an even bigger dream. I would love to go, go down, meet all the North Carolinians, Drew Hood, Kevin Shaw, Cameron Jackson as of now, I guess,
Yep.
He's met my other cousin, Mysterion. I wonder how that one went. But yeah, Cameron, I would love to meet the guy. I'd love to meet a bunch of those guys.
Right. And what was your opinion of this year's Best in the Yard 3?
Phenomenal. Again, just like I said with King of the Yard, Best in the Yard. It was great.
I would say Best in the Yard to Backyard Wrestling is, in my opinion, the WrestleMania of Backyard Wrestling. Yeah,
Best in the Yard is definitely the biggest show in the entirety of BYW. And if you could even be a part of that, like I said, as much as I don't like the guy, Victor Van Pelt,
mm-hmm.
he wrestled Kevin Shaw for the right of who, if Victor Van Pelt would be the daddy of Kevin Shaw.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting this, but the dad, it's Buford. It's Buford.
Yep.
Yeah.
Buford.
Buford.
Yep. It was quite the twist.
Yeah. Definitely the twist.
Yep. We also did see one other guy from KWA that made an appearance at Best in the Yard. It was on the kickoff show, but he went by Dagenraw at that show.
Dagenraw, he was a part of KWA for a brief moment, and he's in Proving Grounds. But Dagenraw, man, just like Clunk, I wonder who's under the mask. I wouldn't be able to imagine it. Like, I wouldn't be able to know. But dude, that guy's a fucking dragon.
Looks like it. He went to the final 2 in that battle royal, I think.
He did.
Had
a
decent showing for himself.
He should have won it, in my opinion. Should have won it.
So, now I asked this to I have asked this to just about every guest, if not every guest. I want to know your opinion on the main event from Best in the Yard 3.
Phenomenal. Yankee and Zach Daniels.
Yep.
That was a really good match. Told a really good story. The build-up was beautiful. The story in the match was beautiful. Everything. It was a good match.
All right. Now my question about it is, do you think that it should have been the main event, or do you think another match should have been in the main event? A lot of people claim that they thought it shouldn't have been.
I could see why they thought it shouldn't have been in the main event. The World Championship match should have been in the main event. Drew Hood versus Nogan should have been in the main event. This match is definitely, like, it should have been in the main event, but at the same time, it shouldn't have been, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There was a beautiful build-up, but, there is Drew Hood and Nogan's build-up was a little bit better, in my opinion.
And that was a last
both matches.
Match put together too. So.
Yeah.
Drew and Nogan.
Yeah, it was still really good.
Yes, it was. I know a lot of people on YouTube were saying that Cam and Cage should have been the main event, but to me, my opinion is that Zach Daniels, not to take anything away from Yankee, but Zach Daniels really deserved to be in the main event after the performances he's given over the last 2 Best in the Yards and the year that he's had.
Yeah, I could definitely see why. But I don't know, dude. It's a tough decision. It's really tough to see if they should have been in the main event or not.
And that's just my opinion that the right move was made putting Zach and Yankee in there. Like we said, it was over a year build pretty much to that match. So.
It was over a year build.
So I couldn't honestly see, even though a lot of people would say Cam and Cage are the 2 biggest names in backyard wrestling, I wouldn't have gave them the main event.
You know what I'm wondering? Whatever happened to Von McDonald versus Avery Hope?
That's a good question. I talked to the Dark Side in the last episode, which I want to get into that here in a few seconds, but he was under the opinion that it was a good thing that match didn't happen. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know what happened to that match. From what I heard, Avery might have been a little under the weather, but
Hey, he's old. He's old. The man's sick. The man's sick. There's not much he could do about it.
it's true. But so that's pretty much your opinions on Best in the Yard. Let me segue.
It was a phenomenal show, yes.
Right. Segue from that.
All right, now get to your segue.
The dark side, as we were just mentioning a little bit. Don't know if you caught the last show that I had with the dark side or not, but he did mention you when we were talking about Proving Ground as one of the people that he had his eye on the most from Proving Grounds. You were pretty much the first name that he dropped.
Yeah, no, it was really a good thing that he mentioned me. In the entirety of BEW, Dark Side is one of the guys I had my eyes focused on too. So, you know, stars are aligned here. You know, we're at the slaughterhouse. Right. Him and I, maybe one day, doesn't matter if it's for BEW, doesn't matter if it's for Proving Grounds. One day, the Dark Side and I, we could wrestle a match, and it would be great.
I can see that. Now, would you want that to be just a regular one-fall match, or prefer the Dark Side's favorite in a no-holds-barred match or no DQ, whatever you want to put in there?
It's the Dark Side, so of course I take the no DQ match, obviously. Why wouldn't I? I would be stupid to not.
Some people wouldn't want to because it'd be more so in his forte.
Yeah. Well, you see, honestly, they're stupid. And that's what Novin is, in my opinion. And there's crazy, and that's the dark side. But me, I'm a bit of both. I'm stupid crazy. And I'm definitely willing to play the dark side's game.
Fair enough. Okay. So I got a couple more questions left before we end out the show. Let me go to the next one. I want you to give me 3 names of dream opponents that you have in backyard wrestling.
Novin, Cameron Jackson, Drew Hood.
Okay. Why those 3?
Drew Hood, because he's Drew fucking Hood.
Period.
Yeah. Cameron Jackson, because he's Cameron fucking Jackson, 16. And Novin. It's not going to be the same answers as you got with those last 2. Novin, I've seen the stuff you've done with Drew. I've seen the stuff you have done with other people. Novin, I think you are a very, very despicable man. Novin, I've seen what you've done to Gas Chamber. I was there. I was right there in the crowd. I wasn't on camera for some reason, but I was still right there. Novin, I'm tired of you doing this, man. Novin, you got to change. The shit you did with your son, the bond, that ain't right. That ain't right. Novin, in the words of Gas Chamber, bring it the fuck on.
Alright. Which I'm sure Novin would be happy to respond at some point, but we'll see.
You better.
So let's move into one of my favorite parts of the show. An Elimination Chamber match. I'm going to put you in there. I want you to tell me who the 5 backyard wrestlers are going to be that you'd be in there with.
Novin, and Novin.
Well, that's 1.
Oh, shit, we gotta have more. All right. Novin, Darkside, Ustalo, Cameron Jackson, and Drew Hood.
All right. So it comes down to you and one other guy. Who is that other person that you last eliminate to win the match?
Novin.
Plain and simple?
Just plain and simple. Fuck Novin.
You win that match, you main event Best in the Yard in a championship match. Who would you face and for what title? And no, they don't have to be a current champion.
Who would I face?
Ultimate dream match, pretty much.
I would face Casey James for the Proving Grounds Championship, the BEW Championship, the BTW Championship. Whereas the DBW Championship, you know, all the DBW belts, even the one that's like the Anarchy, which is like triple threat rules or some bullshit. I don't know. Fuck that. We'll make a singles match. We'll work. The belts that don't exist, all of the belts. I will definitely take Casey James on as my WrestleMania opponent.
Gotcha. Or Best in the Yard in this case.
Best in the Yard, yes. Best in the Yard.
All right. So, what does the future in 2017 hold for Hellhound?
Big stuff, man. Big stuff. Lots of cool things. Proving Grounds is going to be great. DBW, lots of interesting stuff's happened. I'm in talks with multiple different companies. I'm not going to reveal who they are yet because I'm not confirmed with anything, but I am in talks with them.
Okay. So,
And yeah,
all right, fair enough. So, just keep watching and see where you go from here.
just keep watching. Exactly.
For anybody who might be new to you, where can they find you on social media?
They can follow me on Twitter. I'm not stalling or anything to find my at name. Don't worry. Shut up. This is fine. It's fine. They could find me on Twitter at HellhoundZR.
Okay. And any pro aspirations?
Pro aspirations. Like if I want to go pro in the future,
Right.
I definitely do want to go pro in the future, man.
Some.
Where would I go? I don't know, but I'd go somewhere.
So you still figure at least a few more years though in backyard wrestling.
Definitely, I'm still new to everything. I'm still trying to figure everything out.
Right.
I'm still learning the basics pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna get better from here. And I feel as if I stay in BYW, I could, definitely help out a lot. I feel as if we are right now, the stage I'm in is the new age. It's the new generation of backyard wrestling, and it is definitely at its best right now. And I feel it could stay there for at least a couple more years.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Honestly, I think you're one of the better in-ring performers, at least from Proving Grounds right now, and one of, if not the best, biggest up-and-coming stars in backyard wrestling right now.
Thank you, man. It means a lot. I just wanted to go in there to wrestle, have fun, go in there with my friends at ECW, but everything blew up, and I was asked by Yankee himself to the Proving Grounds.
All right. And I look forward to seeing what the future brings for you in Proving Ground and beyond. I would be more than happy to see you show up at Best in the Yard at some point next year, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
Hell, for that matter, to be honest with you, I'd love to see you show up in where I'm from, Michigan, at some point. We do have a few
Yeah,
companies.
man, maybe. Maybe, who knows?
So I know a certain individual who would love to have you come and be part of his promotion at some point. So
Yeah, no, I'd love to work anywhere, honestly.
yeah. Is there anything else that you have left to say before we end this show out?
Yeah. DBW, Danger Zone, Blaze, Damon Scott. It's simple, boys. I will send you straight to hell. But hopefully, I don't go out with the Mr. Diamond of Dallas effect.
Gotcha.
That wouldn't be a good thing, man. That would not be a good thing at all.
Right. No, I'd agree with you on that. All right. Well, I want to thank you once again for joining Tiger Talks Wrestling. It's been a blast.
Thank you for having me. It's been an honor.
Yeah. And perhaps we'll have you on in either another episode of this or have you as part of our prediction shows at some point.
Yeah. No, I'd love for that. I would love for that.
All right. Well, again, thanks for being here. This has been Tiger Talks Wrestling. You guys all have a great day. See you later.
Peace.